How do you create that feeling of, oh my God, this person gets me? How do you get people to really think, man, this person totally understands me? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Welcome to another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. All right, so what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you to another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most underrated tools when it comes to your influence and your persuasion. So I'm going to be sharing that with you today, and let's get going. So first of all, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, imagine you go to you go to some fashion store and you just buy a suit off the rack, like just any random suit. You buy it off the rack, you put it on. It doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't have the right fit, doesn't make you feel good because it isn't made for you, right? And that's a little bit the same with our communication. When this technique that I'm going to be sharing with you today is a little bit like having a tailored suit, a tailored fit. It makes you feel good because it is the right kind of fit. It's made for you. It's customized for you. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. But first of all, we are live, so I just want to give a quick shout out to Gina is in the house. What's up, Gina? I've been seeing your Gina also goes live very often. Do check her out. Love her stuff. And Beryl, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you. Beryl is super hypnotist, and I have learned a whole bunch from her. I'm very excited to see her tuning in as well. And thank you, Beryl. Thank you. You're making me blush. I'm brown, so you can't see it. But so I'm talking about. So today we're talking about one principle of influence and persuasion, and how to get people to just unconsciously think, wow, this person gets me. And what I'm going to be sharing with you today is so simple that like a 4-year-old could do it. Yet most of us like to overcomplicate things. And this is critical because, like, ultimately, if you get people to feel like they know you, like you, and trust you, you're going to get further in so many aspects of your life. I always say that you are one communication away from transforming so many aspects of your life. And you're one communication away from the perfect relationship. You're one communication away from the right job. You're one communication away from the right business deal. And just this technique gets people to just like you so much quicker, easier, and makes the whole communication glide through. So another where is it? Oh, hold on, I'm gonna show you something. Another analogy that I'd like to talk you through is, imagine a game of cards. Okay, if you are playing a game of cards, you can't plan out everything that you're going to be playing during a game of cards without seeing what the other person is going to play. So if I have a hand, I can't play out my whole game before the other person has played something. And so that's a little bit like a conversation. We are going to tailor our approach based on what someone is doing or what someone has said. So let's get cracking. Let me give you a couple of naturalistic examples. Guy, you'd go and you'd find out, what is that girl's favorite flowers? Or back in the day when we used to have mixtapes, I don't know what this version is. I've been out the game too long, but like back in the day, you're like, oh, what are her favorite songs? And you want her to like you. You want her to feel like oh my God, connected to you. So you find out what they want, and then you give it to them. All right. And that's why Amazon is extremely successful, because it finds out what do you like, what do you want, and then it gives it to you. And so let's and I'll tell you my story and how I kind of started to get to know this. Oh, thanks, Gina. Can you guys hear me now? All these technical difficulties. All right, let's get going. So, maybe I'll go back. I don't know if you heard what I was saying. So before, I was saying that back in the day, Masters of Rapport Building was a teenage boys back in the day. I don't know how it is in today's day and age, because we've been out the game for too long. I'll say, like, the secret was literally finding out what does the girl like, what flowers does she want, and then you'd go and give those flowers, or you find out what are her favorite songs and create a mixtape. Find out what they want, give it to them. Amazon is super successful because of this principle. And when I was a young whippersnapper, quite a while ago, when I was a lot younger but still as good looking as I am today, I wanted to apply for a job once, and my initial approach was fresh out of university. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to prepare my one CV, and I'm going to send that one CV to everybody, right? That one CV, and I send it to everybody. And then there was one job I really wanted, and I was like, I wasn't getting any traction. And I said, okay, let me contact my friend. So I contacted my friend. She worked in HR, and I'm like, listen, can you help me out? I really kind of want this job, but I don't know if my CV is good enough. And my friend said, okay, show me your CV. And then she said, okay, and show me the job that you're applying for. And I said, okay, but why do you need to see the job? Don't you just need to see my CV? And she's like, aren't you customizing your CV for the jobs that you're applying for? I was like, no, should I? She's like, yeah, of course. Like, if you're just sending out a blanket thing to everybody, no one's going to pay attention. They know that you're sending out a blanket thing to everybody. And so that was like a big epiphany. I was like, I never realized, oh, wait. So she sat me through, and she's like, look, they are asking for this specifically. Put that in your CV. I was like, oh, okay. Like, use their words. She's like, use their words. I'm like, oh, okay. So I started using their words in my CV, and lo and behold, I got called for the interview. So that was good result. And it really shows you the power of utilization. And that's what we're talking about today. Utilization. How can you utilize listening and utilizing people's words to build rapport? Okay, so this is not rocket science. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the utilization framework, which is very, very, very simple. But like I said, it's very simple, but not many people do it. All right, so the utilization framework. First of all, ask questions, right? Your questions are your powerhouse in terms of information gathering and steering a conversation. The person that asks all the questions is in control of the conversation. Also, they're not doing the most of the talking if you ask the right kind of questions. Now, half the time, you can kick off a great conversation with just one question. And so you could ask someone, for example, oh, tell me about, what do you love to do in your spare time, right? I can kick off a whole conversation just with this one question. And someone will say to me, hey, I enjoy doing this, I enjoy doing this, I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy travel, for example. This is where the next part comes in. You want to echo. What is echo? It is using their exact same words. Repeat after me. Put it in the comments. Just make sure everyone's got that. Using their exact same word or words, a couple of them, you pick one or two of them, and you repeat that. Half the time you can repeat it as a question. So they'll say something like, oh, I enjoy doing this, and I also like to travel. And then you can just say, travel? As a question, tonality up. And they go, yeah, I like to travel, and I mean, I've been to like a whole bunch of places, and I've gone to places like, um, we went on holiday this time, and then, oh yeah, and the last place I went to was the Maldives. And then you go, the Maldives? Literally just taking one word and turning it into a question, or echoing. Now, sounds crazy, sounds too simplistic, I know. However, check this out. Think of it from their point of view. Their point of view is, oh man, first of all, this guy is really interested in, or this person is really interested in what I'm saying. They really care because they're asking me questions about it. And then, depending on what the topic is, I'm giving you a random topic, but you're using their exact same words. You're not paraphrasing. You're not this. You're not that. You're using their exact same words, and so you get them to feel, oh my God, this is, like, this person's like kind of gets me. They're picking up. You also got to be listening very carefully, because you want to pick up what they've emphasized. So for, like, in my example, you ask a question and they say, I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy travel. You see, when they say they enjoy travel, there's a little bit more emphasis on that. So you pick up on that and you say, oh my God, I got to pay attention to that. There's something over here that I need to pay attention to. Now, here's what's also cool. There's a couple of ways of echoing. There's the example that I've just given you, which is immediate, right? Straight after they've said it, you repeat it. There's also another way, which is a delayed echo. And delayed echoes are also very, very powerful. So how do I mean by that, right? You ask the initial question like, oh, what do you enjoy doing? And they'll say something like, yeah, I enjoy reading. I enjoy doing this, that, and then travel. And then you say the next part is, oh, you enjoy travel. And then they go down this path. And then you ask another question, you go down another path. And then you go back to, so tell me, do you enjoy reading as well? And they'll go, yeah. Now, here's the crazy thing. You've told them this. They've told you this, but it's so powerful because they are, they feel so heard, they feel so listened to. And it's not a gimmick. Ultimately, if you listen to someone, that's all that people want. They want, oh my God, they want to feel heard, they want to feel listened to. And so if you are actually listening and repeating, you might think, oh, I'm just testing this technique out, but people feel heard. And so it's so powerful in building rapport. All right. So, and this is how you can literally keep a whole conversation going where you speak 10% of the time. Here's the crazy thing. If you speak 10% of the time and the other person speaks 90% of the time, you will build massive, crazy rapport. I'll tell you a very quick story. So back in the day in the UK, I think there's the UK election, there was two people that were running. There was Benjamin Disraeli and I think it was William Gladstone. They were running for prime minister. And they each went out with a lady. I think it was a reporter or I think it was Churchill's wife. Anyhow, so what happened was each of the prime ministers went out with this lady. And that's what happened. A reporter went to the lady and they said, oh, tell us, how was your date with each of them? Tell us, who do you think is going to be the next prime minister? And tell us about the date with each of them. And so she said, well, the first person that I went out with, when I went out with him, I thought he was the most interesting person in the world. I thought this guy is so interesting. And then they said, okay, what about the next one? And then she said, when I went out with the next guy, I felt like I was the most interesting person in the world. And that was, and she was referring to Benjamin Disraeli, who became the next prime minister. And this is it's crazy. Your ability to make people feel they are special, not you are special, makes will take your influence to that whole next level. Here's something from Beryl. So we have a neighborhood watch. It was my turn to walk around with someone I'd not met before. During the walk around, we talked, and she did what we described. At the end of the walk, she knew so much about him, and he knew very little about me. And the next part, at the end of the walk, he said it was a joy to walk with someone so intelligent. And this is, yeah, completely, Beryl. Thank you so much for sharing. So powerful. I swear to you, like, so many people think that that to become interested, to make people think that you're interesting, you need to have interesting stories. I swear to you, if you have nothing to say at all, you can become the most interesting person in the room with this technique. It is so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing, Beryl. Like, completely powerful. All right, so that's echoing, and then the next part, and this is the next level part of this framework. The first two parts are all you need, really, and you will become a master, like of making people feel amazing. This next one is a ninja technique, and that is mind read. And it's I say mind read, but it's actually fairly straightforward. This is where every once in a while, so the person will say, and I enjoy travel, and you'll say something like, oh, travel, and they'll be like, yeah, and I went to and I went to the Maldives. Maldives, yeah, I just like going new places, and it was kind of one of the new places. I hadn't been anywhere like it. Okay, great. And then after a while, you'll say something along the lines of, it seems to me like you're a kind of person that loves to discover new things, something along those lines. But you're just taking an essence of kind of what they said, and you seem like a person that loves to discover lots of new things and try out loads of, like, learn about new things, something along those lines, based on what they've said. And then you say something like, would I be completely off base by saying something like that? And they'll go, no, completely, yeah, you're right. And this is where you're not repeating anything. You're kind of finding an essence, and you're not stating it. You're not saying you are a person. You're just saying, it seems to me like you're a kind of person that really loves to discover new things and discover new places. Or you're a kind of person that loves to take some time out and just enjoy nature. I don't know, based on what they've said. And then, would I be completely wrong by saying something like that? And then they'll go, oh my God. Like, the most likely they'll say, oh my God, this person totally gets me. But on the off chance that you are slightly wrong, they'll say, yeah, more or less, but like I do this, and they'll feel like, oh my God, this person is either really listening and this person really gets me, or they'll feel like, oh, even if you got it wrong, they'll be like, oh, this person's really trying to get to know me. And they'll feel so connected to you. And it's so easy. It's so easy to do. Just pick a few things and then just ask the question. And this is the key. You want to ask it as a question. So that's the phrase that pays: tailor the fit, increase your profit. Tailor the fit, increase the profit. So that's my video for today. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and hope you enjoyed today's video. A couple of uses. Obviously, this is great for rapport building, or you want information gathering for persuasion. Very, very, very powerful. One other thing, do check out, I'm doing a webinar on NLP, an introduction to NLP, this Wednesday, uaenlp.com. Do come in. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. And I will catch you on another video very soon. If you have not, please subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/Munir. This has been another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Lots of love. And I'll catch you on another video very, very soon. Peace out. See you soon.